Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing the EIK WM France Deck G45 game with Montu, BlackJackDavie, and Bigfoot729. Make sure you check out Montu at twitch.tv/gamermontu. Yeah, Gamer Montu. Okay, let's take a look at this first pack. A couple cards that I like, but nothing I'm super excited about. Pasteurization Expert is fine. I think the pick is probably between Sailboat Constructor and Resource Dealer. I have to imagine that one of those two are the best cards. So let's think about what might come back. We might get Peace Worker, might get Good Friend, might get Pasteurization Expert. Honestly, we could get any of those three. Resource Dealer is nice. Sailboat Constructor is nice. Sailboat Constructor is really good if I got a card like Landscape Gardener. Resource Dealer is really nice if I got something that wanted to make improvements, like making major improvements, for example. Let's take Resource Dealer here. There are more cards that give crops, and Sailboat Constructor is primary. What it's really good for is giving crops, so... Okay, nothing too exciting here. Probably just take Resource Seller. I think that's probably the best card here. Yeah. Yeah, so probably I should plan to build multiple rooms. It's going to be difficult for me to get all the Resource Seller goods and also spend the Resource Dealer goods and still be in a position to use all of them. Like, it's going to be, it's basically, the issue is just that it's going to be difficult for me to use two piles of building resources. So that's problem. So that's why I think probably it'll be worthwhile to build 2 wood rooms, since I save a wood and a reed with the dealer, and I get an extra wood and a reed with the seller. So here's where the good cards are. Circus Manager, Inventory Manager, Forest Farmer. I like all 3 of those. Forest Farmer is the one I can discount the most, or I won't take Forest Farmer. Inventory Manager triggers my Resource Seller, which is really nice. Circus Manager lets me play occupations, which will let me get my, if I play Inventory Manager, this is 3 occupations I want to play in stage 1. Circus Manager helps me pay them as well. But I think Inventory Manager, getting the clay from Inventory Manager for Resource Seller is just going to be too good to pass up on. It's going to give me access to just a huge amount of resources early in the game. So, yeah. Something that would let me turn resources into food seems like a good idea to take. And then I get Patron. So Patron looks good here. Is there anything else I would consider seriously? I mean, maybe if I had taken the Circus Manager, then I could consider Master Cook here, since having the late occupation action is a good action for the Master Cook, but the pick's just, pretty sure the pick's just Patron here. Although Sculptor's Son, I would have access to a lot of building resources early. I could think about Sculptor's Son here for an extra 2 wood every time I take wood. Now let's take Patron. I can't pass Patron here. Patron will let me spam Occupation really nicely. Whoa, Sailboat Constructor came back. So Pastor is kind of funny. Because Pastor, I could play Resource Seller and then play Pastor. And pretty sure I can pick the order. I probably can't split up the piles. Like I couldn't receive 1 clay, trigger Resource Seller, then receive stone, then receive clay again. But I could play Resource Seller, then play Pastor and take the top 3 items. Or take the reed, clay, stone, for example, off of Resource Seller. But Sailboat Constructor is quite a good card, so I think probably I just take that. I'm wondering if there's a specific reason for me to play Pastor. The nice thing about Pastor would be I could definitely double build. I could definitely double build. This would be a lot of building resources. And could just take Sailboat Constructor. Sailboat Constructor I can buy goods off of too. You know what? No, I'm going to try. No, you know what? I should build rooms. Building rooms is good. Family growthing is good. That's why Sailboat Constructor is better than Pastor. Because you should be doing those things. Am I going to have access to so much wood I can play Cabinet Maker? Maybe. Maybe that plus Patron, and maybe if Inventory Manager gives me a bunch of extra wood. Like Reformer, kind of. Reformer is... I mean, yeah, I kind of want to build a fireplace with Resource Seller. Like, it's a good way to use the top clay on the dealer to build the first fireplace. I don't think I'll take Yeoman Farmer here. Not with Sailboat Constructor. There's basically no way that I'm going to have anything more than like 1 or 2 animal types for Yeoman Farmer. So I don't think I'll play the other 2 cards. So I'll just take Cabinet Maker here. I don't know if I will actually play it, but it's something to have. Gem Hunter is a thing with Resource Seller. Yeah, getting stone. However, Gem Hunter is just really, really a bad card overall. I'd much rather go on the Reedstone Food space. Like start player into Reedstone Food rather than Occupation into taking clay. I pretty much never want to take clay. Like I want to let Inventory Manager trigger my Resource Seller. I don't want to have to take clay manually ever this game. I could take Scapegrace here. I mean, I have Patron, so I can spam Occupation pretty reliably. Is Cowboy any better? I mean, Cowboy lets me hold a breeding pair of animals. How highly do I value that breeding pair? Not that highly. I think I take Scapegrace here. I could play it in round 9 fairly easily. Like play... Yeah, I could play it in round 9. Okay, Quarry is quite good. So I'm going to have to see something that takes me away from Quarry. There's Trees for the Citizens, which I think is really good. And I was thinking about building the Joinery, but Cabinet Maker, I think I don't want to also build the Joinery if I have Cabinet Maker. So I'm pretty sure the pick here is just Quarry. Yeah. Now Quarry's a way for me to get the stone off of my Resource Seller. So I have access to a ton. So what I'm really hoping for now is some miner that lets me play improvements easier. And what would that be? Kitchen Table? No, not Kitchen Table. The one that lets you play majors as miners. I don't even know if that's worth playing, even in this setup. This pick is pretty difficult, actually. Paintbrush as a way to use my extra clay seems good. Muddy Land, I think, is quite strong, especially Muddy Land with a plow, like Crooked Plow. So I think I wouldn't take muddy land here, but I'd consider crooked plow or paintbrush. Plows are pretty good. Paintbrush. Thing about paintbrush is I have to take bore to turn it on, or to even be able to play it. And I'm not sure I'm gonna be. Yeah, if I play patron and play cabinet maker, I might not need to build a cooking hearth until like the fourth harvest. So I think I should probably just take crooked plow here. I mean, bakehouse is consider. I could consider bakehouse. Yeah, I'd probably take bakehouse on the rebound, and then consider building a an oven. Well, not just consider, deliberately plan to build an oven. Lots of resources with this hand. Yeah, spending resources. Yeah, so um, that is what paintbrush does. Literally lets you spend resources. Thing is, crooked plow also lets you spend resources for points. It's just a different kind, in a different form. Because does this hand hit 5 fields without a plow? Probably not. Almost certainly not. So crooked plow is kind of like 3 wood for 2 points, a little bit. Joinery, pottery, yes. Joinery, I'm not so sure about, just because of cabinet maker. Just because of cabinet maker. Like I might spend enough wood that way, like spend my excess wood that way. And I think I'm very likely to probably want to build multiple rooms. Like this is a hand that wants, like when I can have access to this many actions or to this many resources, I want to make sure I have enough actions to spend them profitably. Like I want to be able to go on day labor and build the well. I want to go on day labor and build the stone oven, you know. But that's 2 actions, right? So I need to make sure I have the moves. Cocotte obviously would have been fantastic, but no surprise, Cocotte is good with quarry. Mansion, yeah, mansion would be really good. Oh, I'm muted. Sorry. I'm not sure how long I was muted for. So I was saying piggy bank is great for master cook. I kind of wish I'd done the circus manager master cook line. I'm wondering if I should take ladder here. Like I can definitely consider piggy bank because of patron. The thing is, if I do that, I probably end up needing to take some food. I don't know if I want to do that. I could take ladder, yeah. Yeah, I could definitely take ladder here. So this is a hand that could easily build 5 rooms. And ladder, spending 2 wood to get 3 reed is pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a hand that could play ladder. Timetable, we could take timetable and go all in on opening mansion, getting past mansion with our last pick, or 4th pack here. Yeah, there's nothing else I'm really that strong here. Like piggy bank, ladder, timetable, those are the 3 picks. And probably I want patron to feed me, and I don't want to also have to spam Occs and go and get even more food. So I think probably not piggy bank. I think I'd take ladder here. Yeah, piggy bank kind of hurts the scapegrace, and I'm not 100% on playing scapegrace, but well, I kind of regret having taken crooked plow because I just got past treasure map. Oh, again, the 4th pack has all the good cards in it. Man, Bigfoot opened the 2 good packs. Treasure map. There's no way I can pass treasure map. Not with patron in hand. I have a really excellent reason to go up to 4 occupations really quickly. Then I play treasure map. Then I play, all by miners. And I don't even need crooked plow anymore. Petting zoo is great. Threshing machine plow is great. Backdoors in the game, I should keep that in mind. That backdoor is available. Can't pass treasure map. Yeah. Yeah, so nice thing about treasure map is it does let me, ignore the plow space for the most part. Like maybe I don't even play crooked plow anymore, depending on the remaining miners that I get past. Like if I can plow 4 times with treasure map and then go once on plow sow, there we go. That's all I need to do. But yeah, this is a hand that gets building resources extremely well. So all the guilds are quite appealing. Especially the pottery and the basket maker's workshop. Well, basket maker's workshop a little less so because of treasure map. Because I do want to spend my reed on the treasure map. And probably on rooms. But pottery especially will be very good for me to get. Which is just generally the case with Resource Seller for the most part. I could build the pottery for net positive resources between inventory manager, resource dealer, and resource seller. So that's probably going to be a good play if I can make that work. Yeah, I really am just going to want to spam occupation. Occ 1 patron, Occ 2 resource seller, Occ 3 inventory manager, Occ 4 resource dealer, Occ 5 cabinet maker, Occ 6 sailboat constructor, and then 7th scapegrace. Probably something like that. Maybe. Yeah, the timing of resource dealer is a little more complicated because I maybe can just use resource dealer for a 2nd wood room. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Um, is this a game where I can play boundary stones? So let's imagine I plow 5. So boundary stones, if you can plow, you can plow 8 fields, you can get a 5-point boundary stones. This is a hand that can probably plow 8 fields. Crooked plow once, plow so once, 4 treasure map plows. That's probably doable. On the other hand, interior design as a way to feed myself is an option. Yeah, I think I probably should take interior design here. I like boundary stones, but I think I probably should just take interior designs here. Well, I'd play crooked if I wanted to do like a 5-point boundary stones. That's kind of the line I'm thinking. That I could do some ridiculous farm where you have like 5 rooms, and then you do the race card field, and then you just need defense 4 on one little space, and it's just kind of a fun layout where you get a ridiculous amount of fields, big points from very cheap boundary stones. Then you do a 5-room stone house so that you and like escape race for some points. Yeah, exactly. And it saves you a lot of wood on fencing. That's the reason. That's another reason. But yeah, I think the pick's probably just interior design. Yeah, I don't have a source of read, so that's the one thing that these cards don't do well. Resource seller, inventory manager, dealer don't get you read well. So I mean, I will like the Reedstone food space decently, but I really want to start getting stone once quarry is out. I don't really want to sit on Reedstone food a whole lot. Paintbrush coming back here is fantastic. Also, interior design. Let's check the wording. So interior design can proc twice off of Heatwave. So you play Heatwave, pay an extra stone for 3 food, which is an okay conversion, not amazing. But then you build the fireplace, pay a clay for 3 food, which is really good. But I think there's probably no reason for me not to take Paintbrush here. Unless I was going to consider something like Muddy Land. Which I do like Muddy Land. Muddy Land, yeah. No, not Muddy Land. So I could play a card like Apple Garden here. And so with Apple Garden, I would eat the grain from Sailboat. Like I would bake it with clay oven or stone oven, and then just never bother going back to take more grain. Thing is, I make fields easy enough with treasure maps, so probably I want to put some crops into the ground. Thing is, I'm really not that, like, I don't really like friendly pastures. Threshing board, at least it has a point on it. It's not that unreasonable for me to use all my grain. Thing is, yeah, you know what? I don't think the threshing board is very good. Even if Apple Garden's not worth any points, even if it's not worth any points, it's a miner that triggers all my cares about miners stuff. Yep. So we start in second, which is the best position to start in, so that's very fortunate. Oh, and for the second game in a row, Field Watchman. That's scary. Field Watchman is an extremely good card. Although it does mean that BlackJackDavie is usually not going to compete with us for actions that we want, so I want to get the occupation spam off as, like, Reedstone Food's great, but I want to get the occupation spam going, so I'm going to play Patron here on Expensive Occ. I like to read more than I like readstone food, I think. The extra action makes a big difference in getting my occupations out faster. Because if I get my occupations out like one round faster, that probably means I'm building a room one round earlier, and that likely will be a difference in the family growth queue. So yeah, so BlackJackDavie plays Field Watchman, and then I play Patron. Oh, Bigfoot was thinking about something there. Will I start player interior design? No, I want to get my miners out before I start doing that, I think. Or not my miners, my occupations in play. I don't need to rush interior design out. Patron will feed me for stage 1. It'll feed me just fine. All right. I guess the board is kind of meh, though. I could get 2 occupation actions if I start player. No, I'll just take wood. That's fine. Wood is good. Wood is good. Yeah, I don't want to play too many miners before treasure map is out. And if the well can be available, oh, I guess the bakehouse never came back. Davey probably took that with 4th pick, I'm guessing. The bakehouse. So even if the ovens are both gone, I should make sure I'm able to build them, because or at least the clay oven, because yeah, that'll be a good 2-point action for me. Ooh, Montu's got machete though, so maybe Montu took some baking cards. That would certainly that would be good for Bigfoot and I if Montu cut all of BlackJackDavie's strong Field Watchman support cards. But it might just be a miner to play a miner, you know. He could be just playing it in like because it's a solid card on its own. You don't have to go all in on baking just because you have machete. And it might have been his only miner that he could play that didn't have an occupation or some other cost on it. So I like 2 read quite a bit here. I want to Occ spam, but 2 read means I probably can build the first room if I play my cards right. Because now my next occupation can be resource seller, and then 2 wood grab is enough for building a room. Probably play resource seller, take wood, then play inventory manager, play a miner like that ladder potentially. Bigfoot's got circus manager, so if expensive Occ could come back, great. I'm somehow doubtful. Yeah, circus manager is good here for Bigfoot, good card. And then Montu plays engineer. Engineer is a very good card. All right, so Montu will also want to play major improvements, so I have to be aware of that. Did I play ladder? No. Take wood again? Take wood again feels kind of bad. Block traveling players. If I play 2 more occupations, I can get up to 4 food, so I don't think I need to take food. Going 3rd is not awful for me. Taking wood twice before resource seller is out kind of sucks, but I mean, inventory manager gets me the resources off of seller really easily. I would have liked a card like I don't know, homework would have been really good for this hand, or Sunday school. Anything that let me play a couple occupations at once would have been pretty good. Hello, Ralocred. Bigfoot plays pasteurization expert. Also had the first clay grab of the game, so maybe trying to build a major improvement fireplace, especially if sheep come in round 3. No sheep. And Montu takes Reedstone food again. Makes a ton of sense with engineer. Definitely wants to hopes to build the well, for example. I would like to build the well with the quarry, but the odds that the well's still available at that point are unlikely. So I will play... is Bigfoot going to play an occupation? No. So I'll go on expensive Occ, because cheap Occ and expensive Occ are the same for these two. I'll play Resource Seller here. Net plus a food. Stone, clay, reed, clay, wood. Yeah, because Bigfoot builds the fireplace. Don't know if he needed to. BlackJackDavie might have been taking the clay, just thinking about building a clay oven. That is kind of an unusual clay grab with no stone. Usually you see the clay grab because the player wants to build the clay oven. But Davie, with no reedstone food, can't do that. So I either get cheap occupation or 3 wood here, and either would be fantastic. I would be ecstatic to get either of them. So, looking good. Oh, now I get to choose. Well, if Bigfoot plays another occupation... Well, what's Bigfoot going to do? Bigfoot might take the 3 wood. I think I play occupation again. I think I want to keep playing occupations. I don't have a clay miner, unfortunately, so I can't get the resource off resource dealer that easily. But I can play inventory manager here. And inventory manager, I can do something like start player ladder. Start player interior design. And I just want to get my occupations out for my quarry realistically and my treasure map. The earlier those are out, like if I can use the quarry to build the, even if the well's gone because Montu went for it, if I can use the quarry stone to get the pottery and then start building, an oven and maybe the joinery, like that'd be pretty good. Especially because, if I can use the quarry to trigger the stone off of Resource Seller, that would be quite strong. And I'm likely to get one of these 2 wood actions. Davie needs to take... Well, is Davie just going to end up eating 2 grain? That might be what's happening here. That Davie does a sow bake action, so might first move 4 wood. Second move, sow, eat 2 raw grain, which is fine. Or else we maybe see 2 reed, because 2 reed, he won't be able to get 2 reed in round 5 if he does want to grow, or does want to build a room. 4 wood might indicate straw thatched hut, or not straw thatched hut, straw thatched roof. Actually, might have straw thatched hut. Straw thatched hut would explain the 4 clay move. Okay. Pretty sure I'm taking wood here, getting an extra wood. And then second action, I could play cabinet maker. I could play resource dealer. Yeah, Cabinet maker or resource dealer. I actually don't mind cabinet maker here. The earlier you play these occupations that give you a certain amount of food per harvest, the more impactful they are. Because playing cabinet maker here, I don't need the food for this harvest, but if I can convert 2 wood into 4 food for it, it'll probably be relevant for the round 7 harvest. So yeah, looks good. So yeah, Davie will sow. So I'll play occupation cabinet maker. Like the cut of my jib. I only know that phrase because of Kunkka in Dota. Personally don't think cabinet is great value when you have interior. The thing is, I don't really want to play interior design until after treasure map is in play. And once treasure map is in play, I kind of also want to play ladder and quarry. So I have a feeling that I might not play interior design until like my 5th miner. Because I don't want to pay an extra read for treasure map. I can't pay anything for quarry. So that means we're not able to play interior design on those 2 cards. Ladder probably comes before interior design because it probably I want to build build more rooms, and I'm going to want to build rooms before the interior design is going to be relevant. I mean, I don't know for sure. Obviously, I'm speculating too, but so build a room is uncontested. Probably just play another occupation here. Keep playing occupations until I have a good reason not to. Play resource dealer, get a food. And resource dealer has a different layout, so I should bring that up. Stone, clay, stone, reed, wood, clay. Man, getting patron here was getting patron was quite the pull. Yeah, with five food fishing available, cabinet maker seems quite a bit worse. Montu's building the clay oven. So now I just need BlackJackDavie to start player for no good reason and hand me the first family growth. Just kidding. Don't do that, Davie. That's annoying when people do that. Does build the clay oven though, which means I wonder if Montu did take the bakehouse. Bakehouse with machete. Let's assume he already had machete and engineer in hand. You probably end up valuing bakehouse pretty highly in that situation. Maybe. Build a wood room. Okay, so scapegrace for 4 points. You know what? It's probably not going to be worth spending 2 actions playing. It's probably not going to be worth spending 2 actions playing occupations before the next harvest. Probably it'll still be scapegrace for 3 points, most likely. Just because I'm unlikely to have enough food to buy the sailboat constructor goods. Although maybe, hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll be able to time it out that Sailboat Constructor I can buy something to get a pile off of my resource cellar. Bigfoot start player timetable here. Let's see what comes up. I'm interested to see what Bigfoot does here. Maybe just keeping an eye on his sheep. I don't know. Well, there's family growth. So Bigfoot could first action start player, forcing me to stable block, which I probably won't do. No. Builds a room. Beautiful. All right. So I'm going to have to start player with my first move, which is totally a-okay with me. So I'm going to play... Man, I wish I could play treasure map, but no read. So, do I play ladder? Do I play quarry? So ladder helps me build my fourth room. Quarry lets me... Yeah, you know what? Quarry can't trigger interior design, so it's probably worth it just to play quarry here. Probably don't need to start player. If Davie takes a hurt... Oh, I see. If he's threatening the sheep grab. Yeah, but he doesn't threaten the sheep grab, so... yeah, probably just play quarry here. Get a clay... Peel a clay off of the resource cellar. Yeah, I'm guessing that Davie has probably got the stone oven on his mind. That's my assumption. And I mean, Reedstone Food again gets him the reed for building a room, so... That's a thing. That's certainly a thing. Montu got 4 wood or 6 clay back out of this hand, and you're very happy with either of those as the engineer. Yeah, 2 reed. 2 reed would be great. If I could get past 2 reed here, I'd be quite happy. Although, to be fair, to get 2 reed, I have to give up on a good wood action, which would blow. But, oh man, yeah, I probably just take, I can't pass on the reed, right? Not considering it triggers the cellar and it gets me the reed for treasure map next round on family growth. Like, there's no way I can pass on that. Yeah. Oh, that's too bad. Passing 6 wood here. Oh well. I get to play treasure map in round 7. Treasure map in round 7. Get a clay. Take a clay off the top. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. My map is gonna be very good. Yes. It's going to let me use the sailboat constructor. Like, I'm going to be able to sow with sailboat constructor in round, like, 10 or 11 at the latest. Potentially even round 9. Now, round 9 probably is unlikely, but it'll let me sow in round 11, which is so good. Yeah, day labor plus 4 stone. Yeah. Yeah, so Montu, if Montu wants to build the well. No, he's going for pottery. Okay, so looks like the well is mine. Oh, of course, Sculptor's Son, I'm guessing. Montu probably took Sculptor's Son with the engineer. So yeah, pottery is really good. Man, there's 4 wood available. I probably am just supposed to take 4 wood here, right? Because if I take 4 wood, I'm forcing BlackJackDavie to build. If he does not, I get to build with my first move in round 8 and grow in round 9. So as much as I would like to day labor here to set up the building the well, there's not enough stone available. Well, no, that's not true. Davie could build the well here. If Davie builds the well, though, he's not building a room. Pretty sure I'm taking the wood. Yeah, I'm taking the wood. 4 wood is 8 food. Oh. That is infallible logic. Oh, can I use my treasure map right away? Whenever you play a minor improvement? Not on itself. Okay. 3 food and a wood to feed 5. No problem. So I want to build a clay. I want to build something that costs clay. So building, renovating is, well, no, I don't want to reno because I want to spend the wood in the reed on a wood room. So building the fireplace or a cooking hearth looks good. Could build the stone oven. I could day labor and build the stone oven. Thing is, if I build the stone oven, I kind of want to build the stone oven once I've gotten down to the stone, clay, stone. That'll be a really nice time for me to build the stone oven. Use all the rest of those resources right away. Yeah, I want to build the well if I can. Montu played Peaceworker. Peaceworker, Cookies, Machete. This is a pretty nice hand. Shaping up to be quite a nice hand here for Montu. The fact that he's built 2 stone improvements already definitely hurts my quarry. Although the well being available is still the biggest prize. Pottery is 5 points, but it requires more work, so... Oh, interesting. Davie, start player straw here. That means Davie's going to have to first action build if he wants to secure his growth in for round 9. So I might be doing something like first action day labor. Because if I don't first action day labor, Montu can take 2 stone, piece the stone, and then build the well, which he certainly would love to do. It's 3 food with his engineer before the next harvest. 1 food from the well, 2 from the engineer. Yeah. Yeah, so I should probably pass on 4 wood to get 4 stone. Yeah. Yeah, so escape grace for 3 points is still very doable. Especially because if Bigfoot grows around 8 and Davie grows around 9, I'm not going to be able... Like, I'll be able to spend 1 action building a room, but I'm not going to be able to family growth. So I can spend 2 actions playing occupations. Seems fine. Seems fine. Wonder if Montu renos and plays the 3 clay fireplace here. Maybe. Oh, playing take a grain and piecing a grain. Okay. Yep. Setting himself very nicely to do some very nice baking. So he plows 1 field and then bakes 1 grain, sows 1 grain. Seems good. I assume Davie is going to build the stone oven and not the well. Ooh, this was a mistake. And I don't know if he's realized what he's done yet. Maybe Davie has backdoor and is planning to double build. That's why he's okay on not building. Well, I should definitely build because growing 1 round earlier seems good. And I'm probably going to want to build a 5th room, most likely, because of how quickly I'm getting these actions. So next 2 moves, day labor, and then build. Oh no, the major miner's gone, so I can't build the well this round. So Montu could build the well. He could piece the stone and then build the well. So the only way that I could build the well is... No, there's no way, because I don't have reed. Makes my dealer pretty awkward without another room, yeah. Honestly, my dealer's awkward already. Like, my dealer's kind of the worst card I've played so far. Not kind of, it is absolutely the worst card I've played so far, unquestionably. Yeah, he hasn't had wood, yeah. Thing is, he is going to piece on the stone, yeah. I figured that. I wonder, was interior design in the same pack as the Basket Maker's Workshop upgrade? Because if it was, Montu could be going for the Basket Maker's Workshop. If it wasn't, I mean, he's still one stone grab away from building the well. Well, one stone and one wood grab. But the thing is, you want to take wood anyway, so I don't really consider taking wood like as a thing, but... Oh, Davey's got head of the family. Okay. So that means he's going to first action build, second action grow next round. So he didn't delay himself from growing at all. I take 4 wood here. 4 wood, and then last action take the day labor space. You don't have to. You don't have to say Lumen. Yeah, I think the fact that I'm getting family growth in round 9 means Scapegrace is probably not coming round 9. Now I'm thinking Scapegrace round 11 maybe. And at that point, it's a food and 2 points, which is an okay action, but it's not like it's anything amazing. Sailboat Constructor will be quite good, though. It's not worth playing Scapegrace and then blocking myself off from Sailboat Constructor. Because even if I just buy the grain and the vegetable, that's going to be... probably I buy the grain, vegetable, and the wood. That's probably what I buy in this game. Because I'm going to need as much wood as I can get. Because, yeah, let's say I plow 5 fields. So say I play all my remaining miners, which I'm not going to. I'm probably not going to play Crooked Plow. I might not even play Ladder. Maybe. Ladder's a maybe. So let's say I play these remaining 4 cards. That's 4 fields. Then I should plow once manually. And then I have 1 more room. So I need to cover 5 spaces. Ideally, with fences. That's not that many. So I think what I do is I day labor. Then on family growth, I play interior design, and then I build the well. I think that should be the line. And I do have cabinet maker, start player interior. If I start player interior, I do get access to taking 6 wood. Build the cooking hearth. Cooking hearth uses the clay. I think, though, what I should be doing here is I should be doing day labor and getting the stone. Because the 2 food is relevant, I think. And now, when I interior decorator or interior design, I can pull off a clay, which frees the clay from resource cellar. Man, I'm going to have way more clay than I need. Maybe I should consider building a clay room. Rather than another wood room, I should consider building a clay room. Because I'm just going to have way more clay than I know what to do with. Montu is playing start player bakehouse. Yeah, makes sense. So passing Montu 6 wood is not great. But the fact that I get to grow Second and then fourth is quite strong, so not too fussed about that. I guess I'm a little... So if I play interior design here, let's say I play interior design and treasure map. And treasure map plow. And then I don't get major minor back. I could take read and then... I guess I could start player and then Reno build. Yeah, Montu's the only person who could block Reno. This is a little greedy here. I think, though, it's going to be worth it. I think we're going to get paid off for this greed. So I'll take a clay plus clay seller. Yeah, worst case scenario, I can day labor again. I'm pretty sure I'm getting major minor back. Montu could rebuild the clay oven. It blocks me. But I mean, he doesn't have any clay. He probably doesn't want to build the clay oven again until after having taken, until after having taken grain, I would guess. Yeah, so I'll build the well. Build the well here. Actually, no, I'm going to build the clay oven. I'm not going to build the well. Yeah, I'm building the clay oven. It uses the top clay. It only costs 1 stone. It lets me spend a clay for interior design. Yeah, I'm building the oven here. What am I thinking? Weekly market, I'm unlikely to play that. And no one else has enough stone to rebuy it, so... I'll spend a clay for 1, 2, 3 food. I get a wood from inventory manager, and I get a clay off of resource dealer. Yeah. Can't be blocked on major, minor, and fish. That's true. Hearth is better. Well is uncontested. Yeah, I mean, I could build the hearth next stage. Yeah. Yeah, there are lots of animals out there. Although, to be fair, Davie with his straw, Davie actually has capacity for like 6 animals. Or is it only 5? Only 1 extra. Okay, so he has capacity for 5 animals. Still, that's quite a bit considering he's only got 2 stables. And Bigfoot is ready to start taking animals quite aggressively. Ooh, wow. Well, I guess we know where Boundary Fields is. Or Boundary Stones is. Yeah. In Bigfoot's hand, for sure. Last move here. Probably start player, play ladder. Start player, play ladder, and then I'm ready to build a room in round 10. In fact, I could first action build a room to secure family growth in round 10 again. No, I need 1 more food. What am I saying? What am I saying? I need 1 more food. Because cabinet maker is not enough. So now seems like a good time to play sailboat constructor. Threshing plow was in the draft, yeah. So Bigfoot probably has threshing machine plow. Yeah, normally you can just do like a T on the top. It is kind of a weird setup. Ooh, benefactor. Oh, that's too bad. I was thinking I was going to build and grow in round 10, but Bigfoot will be able to grow. Pay an extra wood. Not sure what are you talking about. Oh, pay an extra wood on ladder. Oh, probably. I don't know. Not decided yet. Montu built the well. How did that happen? What was his last move? Reedstone food? Oh man, I did not see Montu at 3 stone. Yeah, he Reedstone food last move, last round. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just lose now. This hand not building the well is brutal. Um, 5 clay looks fine. Oh, that sucks. I'm annoyed at myself. I'm very annoyed at myself. I should have been able to build the well. Well, I went for the clay oven thinking no one else is going to be able to build the well. When did I build the clay oven? At the start of that round, right? I mean, it was only one round or it was only one move earlier. Yeah, it was literally just Montu, Reedstone food into building the well. Yeah. Yeah, I think the engineer and the engineer is just like such a value card. Engineer into building the first room, getting the first family growth so easily. That's what we're getting destroyed by here, unfortunately. Montu builds a room, so I don't get family growth until round 12 if I build. So there's quite a bit of diminishing return on the build a room action. So I should try to spend a wood somehow. So I could spend a wood on something like paintbrush. Or I could build the joinery. I could Reedstone food, build the joinery, Reno joinery next round. Probably this move should just be taking wood. Take 3 wood when I can. And then I don't play ladder. Because I pay 1 reed for 1 Reno, and then I reed build for the other one. Use the reed from dealer for the other one, yeah. Bigfoot turns his animal, turns a sheep into a wood room. It's a pretty good effect. Pretty good effect, turning a sheep into a room. Alternatively, spend wood on fences, Reno, Basket Maker's Workshop after a reed grab. Yep. Yeah, I definitely need ways to spend stone. So joinery or Basket Maker's Workshop. Definitely want to build one of them. Definitely want to build one of them. I'm not 100% sold on building a clay oven anymore, or a cooking hearth anymore. The cooking hearth will help me buy the resources off of the sailboat constructor, but I'm wondering if I should just go for joinery, Basket Maker's Workshop, and spend the clay on paintbrush. If I could spend 3 clay for paintbrush, I can turn them into 2 food or a point. I think you underestimate interior. Ladder is definitely playable. Thing is, ladder at this point is 2 wood.
And I don't really want to spend 2 wood when I can just take the reed. Ladder turns 2 wood into 2 reed, or yeah, if I don't build another room, ladder turns 2 wood into 2 reed, which is not good. Yeah, I need to start accumulating wood. Yeah, I want to get fencing done. These guys are going to start taking wood really aggressively. They all need wood. Well, not Bigfoot, but Montu and Davie are both sitting in front of me, and they both need a lot of wood. Yeah. Well, I mean, if I still play like 5 more, if I still play 5 more improvements, then that's another 5 wood out of inventory manager. I can afford to spend 3 of it for cabinet maker, and I can buy some wood as well. I'm not worried about getting enough wood. It's about the timing. It's more about the timing here. So I think I'd probably just take 2 reed here. I did say reedstone food, but I think I'd probably just take 2 reed so that I'm able to, yeah, 2 reed, and then I can think about basket maker's workshop. So can I spend a stone? Can I spend a wood easily? I could spend a wood building the joinery, and then I could reno basket maker's workshop. The problem with that is I would have no reed left over to actually convert. However, I could just convert a stone to 3 food. Seems like an okay option. So I would build the joinery here. I should spend an extra stone. Then next round I would day labor, get another 3 stone, and then I would reno basket maker's workshop. Yeah. Yes, interior designing the stone as much as possible. Agreed. I agree with that, Lumen. So yeah. So spend all the rest of my stone. I use a wood off the top here. And then I get a wood back from inventory manager. So day labor, reno basket maker's workshop, scapegrace. Probably want to play scapegrace. Montu will build basket maker's workshop with this action. He might. Yeah. Yeah, the reedstone food action is just such a good move for him. Space for him. Yeah. And the fact that he's got it all game has hurt. He got it, what? He got it 3 times in stage 1. That hurt us a lot. The fact that Montu got 3 reedstone food in stage 1 really hurt us. That we wanted to play stone majors with our quarry. That definitely hurt. Yep. Yeah, just building it. Yeah. So no basket maker's workshop for us. Unfortunately, Montu has built 3 major improvements already, which is very bad for us. Unfortunately. Well, I mean, reno fireplace and spending an extra clay for 3 food is fine. It's totally fine. And then I can go back and upgrade it, get a clay, which I turn into another 3 food, like, or get a wood, spend another clay for 3 food. Like, I still have stuff I can do here, so that's okay. Do I like start player? I don't know if I do. Could take 4 clay. Game going well? No. It's going okay. We do still have the treasure map. Thing is, my miners are now looking pretty unappealing to play. Like, I only really want to play 2 more of them total. Do I just day labor here? No, I'll play scapegrace. Someone else might want to play an occupation, so I'll scapegrace here. Get a food.
Yeah, this was a game where my best cards came in the 4th pack both times. Which was kind of unfortunate because it meant that Bigfoot got 2 cards that were really good. And I think Montu got 2 cards that were pretty good out of those packs. And my first picks... Well, Quarry was really good. But unfortunately, the stone is getting used too quickly for my Quarry. My Quarry is crying. It's over here in the corner crying. So Davey's going to want to sow bake. Montu... Okay, Montu plays his threshing machine plow. Wait, Montu has threshing machine plow. That doesn't sound right. Bigfoot was supposed to have it. Well, Bigfoot does still have boundary stones, I think it's safe to assume, but... No wood actions available. I think I just do... Do I do day labor here? The stone is not worth anything. Not until I can spend it. Could start player. Well, I think Davey just took clay, so Davey might be thinking Reno plus clay improvement. So I think I'm going to jump past him here. Reno. I get to use a clay or reed off of here, so I don't have to spend a reed. So then I can remove all my clay, get a wood, spend a clay for 3 food. Montu is playing a strong game, yeah. I mean, Montu's a good player. He's playing a focused... thing is, he's playing a focused engineer game, and yeah, to a certain extent, you know, things have gone his way. You know, BlackJackDavie has start playered exactly 0 times. So I mean, or no, not 0 times. Sorry, he passed me weekly market. He start playered once. So the fact that Montu has gotten to be, and I have not start playered many times, so Montu has been first or second the majority of the rounds, and he had a lot of access to Reedstone food, and that was really good for his engineer in particular. So Peaceworker is very flexible. Yeah, you do need food for it. I mean, it's kind of with it's fed the engineer really nicely. That's been the real what's kind of killing me here. I think I'll take the 6 food fishing here. It's going to let me buy some stuff off of my sailboat constructor. Yeah, Montu had threshing machine plow, not Bigfoot. Yeah. So Bigfoot laid out his farm like that just for boundary stones. Yeah, which is kind of weird. Because you can do boundary stones in some different ways, which I like a bit better. How does Bigfoot have 2 cattle here? Oh, pasteurization expert, of course. Of course. I was thinking stockman, but no, it's pasteurization expert. That's why he's able to take all these 1 animal actions. Okay, I was very confused. He spent 3 actions taking 1 animal and kept getting pairs. It's because of pasteurization expert. All right. That makes more sense. Do we day labor here? Maybe we should build a stone room. The stone room as a way to spend our stone. Day labor here. Probably I day labor either way. FF plus 3 stone plus stone from seller. All right, and then I'm going to feed 6 and into wood. 3 wood, GV for 5 food.
Yeah, seems fine. I don't have any use for the clay. I'm gonna have way more than enough stone thanks to my quarry. Yeah, I'm not playing anything more with a. I guess I could play cooking hearth with that has a clay cost. But if I want to pick up just one clay, I can do that with a minor improvement. So that doesn't seem like I need to do that. Bigfoot didn't have threshing. Yeah, yeah, Montu did. Yeah. So the upside to building another room, obviously it's big points. It's 3 points for the room plus the family growth. And these guys will like family growth even without room a lot. It's an extra minor action, which if Montu start players here, I'm running out of really good minor start player minors. Not that Paintbrush is looking like it might not even do anything. What's the timing of Paintbrush? Can I buy the clay and then use it? No, it just says each harvest. So I assume that means I can buy the clay. I can buy the 3 clay and then spend it if I want to. So yeah, building a stone room is still an option. So if I read stone food, that gets me to 5 stone. I day labor, that gets me to 8 stone, and then I have 1 stone on top of my dealer. I needed a clay miner, so I needed something that costed clay so badly. Well, you know what? I needed a card, and I said it. I need a card that helps me play improvements, and I didn't really get one. What would have been good? Honestly, I would have liked a card like to pay a food, put a food on traveling players, play a miner. I would have liked that card. Card would have been good. Would have been a way for me to get the resource dealer stuff off, so that I could get to the deeper levels faster. First move plow, probably. Yeah, first move plow, I think. Plow, read stone food, reno, day labor. And then build grow around 13. Yeah. And then family growth, I play apple garden or paintbrush. Yeah, this game has been pretty quick. So Montu played artichoke field. No crops, so I'd like to see. Well, I guess he has peace worker, so he just takes the crops. Yeah, we've been quick because Davie and Bigfoot have been really quick. Montu and I have been slow. Davie and Bigfoot have been quite quick. Oh, heavy plow. Well, you can definitely get something out of out of boundary stones if you plow all your fields with one action. Oh, wow. Wow. Montu got Market Woman as well. Huh. So Bigfoot probably first picked Benefactor and passed Market Woman, and then Montu first pick Engineer, then Market Woman. At least he didn't get any minors for Market Woman, but yeah. Good cards. I mean, my cards have been pretty good too. They're not bad. They're fine. Renault is contested by Davie, but Renault this round versus Renault next round doesn't really matter. Reedstone Food seems fine. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hard build stone rooms 100%. Yeah, I'm gonna day labor and then hard build the stone room. Davey being a pro, not complaining about oven bakehouse crap. Well, he said he's talking about sad stories. Yeah, yeah. So first pick field watchman. Montu took engineer ahead of the family. I'm guessing that's the sequence. Trying to read the tea leaves. Yeah, Renault's uncontested, so day labor looks like the play. I guess I can use an extra stone off of dealer if I take clay and build a cooking hearth. However, I would need 4 clay because I would probably want to interior decorate. Probably I should just play a miner. So maybe my last action should be just so bake here. Yeah, I could just last action so bake. And then maybe at the end of the game I eat all my vegetables with my fireplace. I guess what I can do, I can Reno play Apple Garden, get a clay off of Apple Garden, and then use that clay to, when I upgrade fireplace to a cooking hearth, pay the clay for interior decorator. I could do that. And then the cooking hearth upgrade would just be a whole bunch of points. Or a whole bunch of food, sorry. Yeah, I also need defense. Fencing this round is appealing because there's going to be 3 pairs of animals available next round. However, I'm like 1.5 good wood actions away from being able to do all my fencing, so I think I just Reno here. Play Apple Garden, get a wood, pay a food, plow a field. Whoops, not a read. Whoops, I can't build it. What am I building a room here for? I need to plow, is what I need to do. Yes. Stone from dealer. And yeah, that looks like a build a room action here. What's the deal with all that stone? Do we have a Seinfeld impersonator in the chat? What's the deal? I can't do a good Seinfeld. What's the deal? Just always think of the way George thinks of him. The George where George is like, should I go hang out with Jerry or should I go play frisbee golf? And he thinks of Jerry and Jerry just says, what's the deal with airplane peanuts? Am I taking 3 wood with my first move? Pieceworker and early quarry really changed the economy of the game. Yes. Yep. And resource seller and resource dealer. Yep. Those put quite a bit of stone into the game, to put it mildly. So I should probably start player here. Or do I just sow? If I don't start player, someone else is going to start player. Plow sow in the last round would be nice. If I start player here, then second action sow, then third action build a room, then family growth. Problem is that with that is I'm not taking wood. Yeah, no, I can't afford to start player here. I should take 3 wood. And then I can fence, sow, build a room. And not take any animals. But you know what? The animals might still be there in round 14. Because Bigfoot is starting, although, yeah, he's starting, well, I guess they're food for him. Yeah, Bigfoot will take them just because they're food. Well, there's the least surprising boundary stones ever.
My farm layout is actually kind of hurting me here. If I laid out my farm differently, I could fence 13 covering 6 spaces to fill up my farm. But instead I'm going to be stuck doing something smaller. I mean, fencing 12 to cover 4 spaces is not bad, but it just means that I have an extra space that's just sitting around. Yeah, my field should have gone downwards on the right. Yeah. I was thinking about that because I was going to put the stone room here when I was thinking about the stone, but it's okay. It's a 1 point difference, like fencing 13 covering 6 versus fencing 12 covering 4. Only a 1 point difference, and if I get the extra plow, then it's no different. So Montu's farm will be crap. I'm wondering if Montu has got something. He's really not taking wood. I'm wondering if there's something going on that we haven't seen. Everyone does have a weird farm layout. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually making me like marginally more optimistic. The nicest farm is going to be BlackJackDavie. However, he's stuck on 3 rooms. A couple actions away from getting to stone, and like no improvements. So maybe we're still in this. I don't know. Montu not having any fencing is good for, yeah, it's good for everyone else in the game. It probably comes down to, oh, it's my turn. Oh, I had no idea it was my turn. How long has it been sitting on? Oh, there we go. Okay, he just fenced. So it literally just came to me. I guess I sow here, because if I don't sow, then Montu's going to sow. Do I have this? Oh, thank you for the vote of confidence. I am less optimistic, to put it mildly. The sow's not huge points, but it gives me the option to sow again in 14. Like, I could even do something like bake the 1 grain, sow the vegetable to feed, so that I can actually feed in round 14. Because I do have apple garden, so using up all my crops of 1 type is not that bad. Be a fence block incoming. Yeah, Montu could first action fence. Thing is, Bigfoot, I think, is pretty unlikely to do it. In fact, legally cannot do it. Just doesn't have a fence. It's going to come down to whether or not Montu just regularly fences. Now, fence block, when I have joinery, is not as bad. Obviously, it's bad, but it's not as bad.
So I have to hope that the difference in the fact that I have the joinery and the fact that I could build 4 stables, hopefully that saves me. So maybe I shouldn't build a room here. Maybe I should leave my room until the last round. Problem with that is Bigfoot's sitting over here with 3 wood and Stockman. Does he have anything else to spend his wood on? Not really. No. So Bigfoot might build stables. It's not downright terrible like it could be. Yeah, it's like a 3.2. It's like a 2 or 3 point difference rather than like a 5 point or 6 point difference. So then hopefully that difference makes it less worthwhile for the person who would block me. So Bigfoot is gonna first move plow sow, fill up, get the rest of his fields. Davie is ready to reno. Montu is ready to reno. So hopefully Montu plans on getting reno fence after taking more wood. So I should be doing something like, I could take the boar here. It would let me play paintbrush on family growth in the last round. So that is probably a solid play. And the extra 2 food is probably not bad. Yeah, leave my family growth for round 14. If I can. Yeah, there'll be 2 4 wood actions, which are pretty nice for the joinery. Not amazing, but there's something. So I'm gonna be back earlier tomorrow because I'm gonna play another game with Damba. So I will be back in about 15 hours, 15 and a half hours. So I mentioned it before, but Montu is streaming his perspective of this game. So if you're watching this, like, Twitch doesn't keep VODs that long, but if you're watching this within the first week that this has gone up on YouTube, you'll be able to see Montu's point of view on Twitch. If you go to twitch.tv/gamermontu, you can look at his past broadcasts. He might be uploading stuff to YouTube. I'm honestly not sure. I think he mostly is just streaming. Bigfoot gets 2 clay per field. From Muddy Land, right? Oh, he said plus CC, yeah. Yeah, it looks like there's some reno pressure, so hopefully that helps us. I mean, not really. There's 3 reno actions on the board and 3 reno actions on farms. That's pretty good for Bigfoot because he could build, just straight up build a cooking hearth for an extra point. He has 4 clay total on his farm. Yeah, so he didn't need to go back and take 4 clay, which Montu's pretty happy about because Montu's pottery appreciates the better action. Montu just played something, but not what he announced. He announced the threshing machine plow. He actually played Peasant's Boutique. Oh. Peasant's Boutique is kind of appealing. Unfortunately, there's not enough read for me to play Build a Room and play the Boutique. Turning the stone into 3 food with the Basket Maker's Workshop is quite appealing. But, yeah, it's not going to happen. I'll just build a room. The room is more points than the Basket Maker's Workshop anyways, so... So I was afraid of Montu's cookies with his Pieceworker plus early clay oven. But it hasn't come together. He didn't get as much clay as he thought he was going to, probably. I mean, he went for the well, right? And his machete, you know what? He hasn't harvested off his machete once. That's been kind of a problem. So probably he planned to use Market Woman, Threshing Machine Plow in the mid game and start accumulating grain with machete. But instead, he ended up going for a 4th room and building the well. Which, you know, it's the 4th room and well they're good. You know, you can't say that those are bad. So fence is not available. There's really not much for me to do with this action. I'm going to just go ahead and build a room. And do I eat a wood? I'm going to fence 12 and play paintbrush. Yes, I can eat a wood. Whoops. So 6 food and a wood to feed 8. Yeah, Montu can't plow. Not legally. Not with his first move. So we can monitor what Montu does. I'm pretty sure Montu will like a sow action. So Bigfoot is plow sowing, no question. Montu could sow with his first move. Yeah, so I could eat 2 vegetables, which are 2 points for 4 food, or I could eat 3 grain, which is 1 point for 3 food. The grain is actually food neutral. If I don't get a sow action, eating all 3 of my grain is food neutral. So yeah, that's or a point neutral, not food neutral. It's point neutral, so it's just an extra 3 food. Ooh, Bigfoot ends up spending his reed. That's fun. So he's figuring I get to go on Reedstone food and then Reno again. And then Reno. Can't eat all the grain without foraging. Oh, true. Yeah, because I won't harvest all of them. Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, I can eat 2 grain without eating a point. The 3rd grain is just 1 food. So it's not much of a difference. Not much of a difference. So what's Montu doing here? Taking wood? What am I doing? First action fencing probably. Hoping those 2 cattle come back to me. No, Davie will take the cattle. There's no way I'm getting the cattle. Yeah. I've got some nice things going here, but this hasn't come together the way I hoped it would. 5-room stone house is great. Ending with 5 family members is great. I'm going to have a couple negatives on my farm, though. This is a game that I can't really afford any negatives, I don't think. Whoa! Oh, cookies. Interesting. Huh. So I guess that means Montu's planning to go back and take more grain. I'm going to fence here. Yep, I don't really see much else for me to do. I could plow as well, but Bigfoot doesn't want to plow. Davie doesn't want to plow. Montu might plow. We will see. Fence 12. So then I play paintbrush. Paintbrush, pay a food to plow. So I still need some more food, actually. So yeah, I probably end up eating. I'm probably gonna end up having to eat my vegetable. It looks like eat 1 point for eating two vegetables. Eats 1 point, gets me 4 food. Turns the apple garden on, so that's why it's only -1 point. Yeah, Bigfoot goes for the stables. Yeah, happy I built a room last round. See, I'm gonna paintbrush on family growth. Then I could plow and take 5 food traveling players, or I could take a sheep for 2 points. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're a little unfortunate that the stone was not more divided in the early game. That Montu got all of it with his engineer and its pieceworker. It really helped accelerate his stone game. I think if Montu say gets even 1 less reedstone food action in the early game in stage 1 especially, like that makes a big difference. That means I can build the well. Paintbrush gives me 3 food. Extra inventory manager wood. Oh, that's a good point. Does that timing work? I was thinking inventory manager, I would just get the wood back and use it for cabinet maker. But if I can use it for interior decorator, I should. Whenever. So I think it doesn't work because Broadway or inventory manager gets me the resource after paying the cost. So I think it doesn't work. So I think inventory manager is going to get me, I mean, it could get me a clay. The clay is 2 food or a point with paintbrush. And then probably, I don't know what else I'm doing. I could take wood for some points, I guess. Take sheep for some points. Maybe just take traveling players. Three wood. How many points is 3 wood? Okay, let's be. I can eat. I can get a clay, and that clay can be 2 food or a point. Okay. And I can eat 3 food right away, and then I can eat 2 food in the harvest. So this 3 wood is actually just a little bit better. It might be 1 wood better than the. It might be 1 wood better than the 5 food traveling players. Which I might get back anyways. And if I get it back, then I keep the wood for something. Yeah, because I could get a clay and then use the clay to pay for a point with paintbrush. Because that's paintbrush's effect, is that I can either pay a clay for a point or I can get pay a clay for 2 food. So then looks like I'm taking a sheep here. Take a sheep. That lets me eat all the rest of my... Can I eat all my vegetable? If I take a sheep, play paintbrush. I mean, no, it just makes sense to turn my wood to food. Yeah, wood to food is gonna be... I'm gonna end up having to do it to go below the joinery threshold either way. Whoops, not yet. Just take sheep. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go below the wood threshold for joinery either way, so may as well do it now. Or I may as well go all the way. Since I'm gonna have to pay for paintbrush. I guess I could play paintbrush, inventory, or sorry, interior design it, and then a wood, and then get a wood back from inventory manager. But the wood from inventory manager is only 1 point, whereas the clay is also a point. But the wood requires me to not spend extra wood in the harvest. Yeah, okay. Wow, Montu's got hide farmer. Well, I wondered if he had some way to turn food into points when he baked his 2 grain. And certainly did. Hide farmer. Yeah, that'll be something. All right. So I'll play paintbrush, spend a wood for 3 food plus clay. Minus F plus I. So then I harvest, I eat 2 grain. Well, I only need to eat 1 grain, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Then I eat 4 wood, or 2 wood for 4 food. And there we go. So paintbrush, no points from apple garden, 2 points from scapegrace. So I have whatever my final score is plus 3. So let's see what that is. 44. Looks like Bigfoot's probably in the lead. Although Petting Zoo is pretty good too. Yeah, oh yeah. 46. BlackJackDavie's. Bigfoot's at 3-point boundary stones. Couple points from Reed Nursery. 3 points from Reed Nursery. So it looks like Bigfoot's winning. So I might be in last actually. Looks like I might be in last. I have a 44 final score on this farm. So I should remove the clay if I'm turning it into a point. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think I was missing out on just one more way of turning my resources into stuff. Well, maybe a better way. Like paintbrush is an okay way of turning clay into points, but you need to be able to hold boar and take the boar, and you have to do it over the course of the game. You can't do it all at once, like building an improvement where you get all the points at once. Yeah. Not getting ladder in play was bad. The fact that I didn't play ladder when I built 3 rooms for 2 reed each and then reno twice, like ladder would have saved me 5 reed for 2 wood, and it's a played minor improvement, so it's a field. Montu got up to 50. Wow, very nice. Looks like he beat Bigfoot by 1. GG. Wow. 0 fences for the win. 7-point hide farmer. That's pretty massive. Yeah. Yeah, I think we were a little unlucky with the balance of the occupations too. I feel like the best occupation started in Bigfoot's hand, which I got last grasp at them. I announced my score, right? All right. Let's take a quick look at the draft. 3, 4, 4, 5, 2, 8. See how badly I screwed this game up. So first pick, Resource Dealer. Best card by draft position. Sailboat Constructor looks like it's stronger, probably. Yeah, this was a sad first pick. I mean, all these cards are fine. They're cards that I'm happy to take as support cards, but they're not build-arounds. None of them are build-arounds. And then Resource Seller here. So Stockman is a little higher by power. You know, Carpenter is drafted earlier, but it's actually a weaker card, it looks like. Yeah, first two picks were pretty bad. So here I took Inventory Manager ahead of Circus Manager. So that might have been a mistake. I mean, I was thinking Inventory Manager, I have really good reasons to build a bunch of improvements, which I did. I feel like maybe I didn't quite get there on the costed improvements. Like I needed more improvements that had clay costs, for example. And then I also needed, I mean, I've talked about it many times. I needed to get more majors. Like I needed to build 4 major improvements to win this game. And I only built 3. And the 3 that I built were some of the weakest. There were pretty much the 3 weakest majors. I built the joinery, the clay oven, and the 3 clay fireplace. Those are like the 3 weakest majors. Yeah, so I probably needed to build 4 majors. So I could have maybe taken Circus Manager. I don't know. If I take Circus Manager, then I can take Master Cook ahead of Patron, because Master Cook would have a very similar effect to Patron, except that Master Cook could happen in rounds that I don't play an occupation. Sailboat Constructors. Yeah, so like we look at my 4th and 5th pick, this is where I start getting over 3. Certainly Circus Manager could have got me over 3, but yeah. Cabinet Maker is very bad. Yeah. Power 0.6. But like, what else am I taking here? I guess Yeoman Farmer. Yeoman Farmer would have been fine. I mean, it works with Apple Garden. I didn't know I was going to have Apple Garden. Then I don't take Sheep and I can do something else, hopefully for 2 points. Or maybe play Yeoman Farmer for an extra point. Yeah, so getting Corey here was nice. I took Crooked Plow ahead of Muddy Land. Don't really think there's anything else here that would have been correct to take. Paintbrush is going to come back, which it did. I got Ladder here over Piggy Bank. So yeah, this is where if I had done the Master Cook line, this is the payoff right here. It's Piggy Bank. If I play Master Cook, the payoff is Piggy Bank. Well, really, I guess the payoff is, well, it's sort of Circus Manager, and then Piggy Bank is where I say, boom, I'm locked in on Master Cook. Beautiful. And Corey, honestly, because Day Labor is uncontested. Good Master Cook action. Yeah, so like you look at every time, like my best cards were always in my 4th pack. So that means the other players had first pickings at all of them. So here I take Interior Design. Interior Design ended up being good. It's hard to say that anything else would have been better. I mean, it fed me pretty much all on its own. Muddy Land is really good, but I was going to plow with Treasure Map always, so. All right. Maybe I'll look at I just want to see what Bigfoot opened. Was I getting the best card by power out of those packs? So he first picked Benefactor, head of Engineer and Patron. This is quite surprising. So then BlackJackDavie took Scholar out of this pile, ahead of Patron. And this game's pretty different if I get past Scholar instead of Patron. That would have been a different line. And he takes Pasteurization Expert here. Yeah, these I'm not so interested in. Yeah, these were all cards that I passed. And then he first picked Heavy Plow. Man, so these guys all passed on Treasure Map. Wonder where Piggy Bank ended up. I guess Montu probably took it. Montu first picked Market Woman and then got Engineer second. Yeah, okay. I guess that it was the other way around. But yeah, Peace Worker for the Engineer payoff was really good. This is Hide Farmer. I guess this pack is quite weak. Yeah. Then he first picked Cookies out of his pack, and then he took Machete here. Huh. Man, this game is pretty different if he takes Treasure Map. I mean, obviously it worked out because he Montu won, so. Was it BlackJackDavies? What's BlackJackDavie? No S. First pick Field Watchman makes a ton of sense, then picks up Head of the Family. Okay. So he was hoping that for late family growth. And also Straw Thatched Roof. Would have really liked Straw Thatched Roof. And take Scholar here. I think this is probably a mistake. Scholar doesn't really... I don't like Scholar with Head of the Family and Field Watchman. Definitely would have done like Patron or Master Cook or something. Probably Master Cook. Yeah, because then you're getting just 2 extra food in rounds that use the Field Watchman, because you're always going to get that action late. Then what did he open? Open took Ceramics here. Yeah, I feel like I was just seeing a lot of bad cards. But you know what? These guys opened good cards, but they didn't necessarily draft really great cards. Like, aside from Engineer, Field Watchman, Market Woman, I feel like there were no, like, really strong cards. So it's not like they were getting a whole bunch of strong cards and I got a bunch of bad ones. Like, Oh, they've been chatting, so I'm interested to see what they were talking about. Oh, Davey had Ceramics, so that's what he was talking about. Oh yeah, nothing to Impact 12. Okay, so yeah, I will stream tomorrow with Dompa, and that's going to be all from me for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day, guys.